In a dim-lit hospital ward, the air was thick with the scent of antiseptic and regret. Frank, a middle-aged man with deep-set eyes and a weary heart, sat alone in the corner of the room. The rhythmic beeping of the machines echoed, a constant reminder of fragility. Once, he had known the warmth of laughter and love, but that life felt like a distant dream, overshadowed by the shadows of betrayal that led him into a prison cell. Years ago, Frank had trusted the wrong people. A promising future had been stripped away when those he counted on turned against him, leaving him to shoulder the burden of their mistakes. His heart hardened during those long nights, the walls surrounding him both a literal prison and the mental cage of despair. As he sat there, staring blankly at a wall, a nurse entered the room. In her hands was a small, tattered photo, its corners frayed and faded. "I found this in the donation box. Thought it might belong to someone here," she said, her voice soft and compassionate. Frank took the photograph, his heart racing as he recognized the faces within. It was him, years younger, standing beside his daughter Mia. Her smile was bright, full of innocence, back when life was filled with promise. The ache of memory washed over him like a wave, and for the first time in years, he felt the sharp pang of longing. Mia was the one person he had betrayed most deeply with his absence, and the thought of her face brought forth a torrent of emotion he thought he had buried. In that quiet moment, Frank realized he had lost everything, but hope flickered in the dark. Perhaps there was a chance for reconnection, perhaps a way to mend what was broken. The photograph became a beacon, guiding him toward the possibility of forgiveness, not just for Mia, but for himself. Determined, Frank spent the next few days in a haze of reflection. He pictured Mia, now a young woman, navigating life without him. He thought about the pain he had caused, and how time had stolen their moments together. Each memory was a reminder of his failures. Yet, amid the sorrow, the desire to reach out blossomed, urging him to take the first step toward reunion. With trembling hands, he wrote a letter. He poured out his heart, admitting his mistakes and expressing his hope for a second chance. He spoke of the prison not just of bars, but the one in his soul that had kept him from seeking forgiveness. As he sealed the envelope, Frank felt a weight lift. This was his leap of faith. It took days for a response to arrive, each moment dragging on like an eternity. When the letter came, his hands shook with anticipation. Mia's words were cautious but kind. She expressed hurt, but also an understanding that time had changed them, reshaped their world. She invited him to meet, but only if he was truly ready to face the past. On the day of their meeting, anxiety gnawed at Frank's insides. The cafe was small and familiar, filled with the kind of warmth he had missed for so long. His heart raced as he waited, each tick of the clock amplifying his fear of rejection. Finally, the door swung open, and he spotted her, a reflection of the girl from the photo, yet so many years had passed. Mia was nervous, the way she fiddled with her hair, an instinct from childhood, reminding him of times before the fracture. When their eyes met, a rush of unspoken words hung between them. They sat surrounded by silence that felt both heavy and hopeful. Frank shared his story, each word laden with regret, while Mia listened, her expression shifting from hurt to understanding. They spoke of lost time, of dreams deferred, and of lessons learned through pain. Tears glistened in her eyes as she began to share her own journey, the struggles she faced growing up without her father. In that moment, they both realized the power of vulnerability. They were two wounded souls, finding common ground amidst their scars. As the conversation flowed, laughter began to emerge, threading through the sadness and knitting their hearts back together. By the time they left the cafe, Frank felt a resurgence of hope. It was not about forgetting the past, but embracing it, learning from it. They had taken the first steps toward healing, a journey of forgiveness and love. Underneath the weight of betrayal lay the foundation for a new relationship, one built on honesty and a promise of second chances. As they walked away from the task, Frank knew the road ahead would be fraught with challenges, but together they could face whatever came next, refusing to let loneliness drown them again. With Mia by his side, the future didn't seem so bleak after all.